Hello everyone and welcome back to More When the Night Comes. Yes, we are back for another chapter of this game. Yes, this game is chapter 7. We are heading into chapter 7 now in this episode because just recently it has been released just this past Sunday on June 2nd. So anyways, the last episode, of course, was chapter 6, where the whole bunch of shit just happened. We met up with Aurora, just to do a really quick recap, but for sure, if you guys want to go on ahead and, click back to my chapter 6 let's play to, get yourself in the more details of things and please feel free to do that. But in terms of here, TLDR, we ran into Aurora, who came to us for help because she got attacked by the monster, because she thought the monster was pretty passive up until that point where she saw it in the woods. Like, she tried to help it, but then she saw it kind of whimpering and crying in the woods. She tried to help it like she did the first time around, and it left her alone. But then this time around, it actually attacked her. So she's like, okay, I might need some help out here. And so we're like, okay, if you encounter it or something, or you see something really strange, please let us know immediately. And then we sent her off to go get treated by Ezra. Either way, regardless, from there, I think we went to investigate the Omen and his sister were there at the church, the chapel, and we kind of got into we talked with him, asking him about how he exactly came about to this town, and it was revealed that he and his twin sister, being the prince and princess of hell, the Omen had a fight with their father, and that's how he ended up running away. And so in terms of that, he ran away to the mortal planes here in Lunaris, and in his doing so, he opened the portal to hell, basically. Yeah, that's what ended up happening. He opened a portal to hell. He kind of thought that the tear between the two worlds would actually mend itself, but it took too long, and that's where all the creatures, the influx of creatures are coming from. And he totally didn't realize that it was his bad kind of thing, and he was in the midst of trying to do something that would prevent his father from actually coming over and try to get his ass back. And that's why his sister Elaine, I think her name is Elaine is there, but Elaine is occupied with, what's it called, his name, Aurora? No, damn it, all these A names, Elaine, Aurora, and then there's Amoris, yes. So yeah, they're involved with that. And then so after finding that out, we went back to Ezra to talk to him about it, because he was the first person that Omen met when he ran away to come into Lunaris. And of course, when we brought that up, Ezra was like, oh shit, how could I have forgotten about that? I should have checked thoroughly, but I was just too in the moment kind of thing, trying to help Omen, because he was pretty seriously injured when he came over here or something. I don't know. Regardless, either way, Ezra felt bad. We're like, no, chill, relax. It's okay, it's not your fault. And then so what ended up happening, so we asked Ezra if there was any way that he could possibly find that portal, find that tear, and reseal it. And he's like, okay, maybe there is some sort of ritual that I could do. And of course, we enlisted the help of August. August was there to help out as well, but that was before then. I forgot if we went to go talk to Finn before that. I think we touched base with everybody, I feel like it. But either way, we went to the forest. The weeks on past, we went to the forest to meet up with Ezra and August to seal this portal. It actually ended up working, but then the monster ended up attacking the town. The town's in a panic. We ran back to the town. We met up with, I think, Piper. We met up, I think, with Alker, maybe. I forgot. Either way, we're trying to organize ourselves in terms of protecting the citizens of the town, and of course to head on to actually go fight and confront this monster. So we go back to the forest as we left Ezra, and then we obviously met up with him and Finnegan here after telling August that he should go back to town and defend the town. That they should go back and defend the town, kind of be there to man the stations kind of thing, while we go deal with the monster here in the forest. So we, Ezra and Finn and us, encountered the monster. We end up, brawling it out, and Finn showed us this really neat trick that he could do with his his powers, and same with Ezra. We managed to kill it, which is surprising enough, but of course in that in that whole scuffle, we actually ended up getting really badly injured, and we're bleeding all over the place. Finn just only got his control back, where in terms of like his whole instincts of being a vampire, and so yeah, now we're losing blood, we're losing a lot of blood here, and then we're about to like just peace on out here. So that's it. That's where we last left off. So we're gonna continue on. That's it. And so yes, we are fading. We're just fading. We're like bye, bye y'all. We did it. Yay, go team. Yay team. Okay, bye. Everything goes black. So end of chapter 6. There we go. Here we go. Chapter 7. Chapter 7. A little death is the title. What? What do you mean a little death? Well, who's dying here? I hope I'm not dying. Who's dying? Wait, who? I hope no one important is dying. So Hunter. Hunter? What? Hunter, snap out of it. I coaxed myself out of my little daze, finding kind blue eyes staring at me. August, is that you? Unamused, kind blue eyes. Oh, whoa, why are we here? Why are we here? Are we quite finished daydreaming? I smile at him because as much as Harry tries to be annoyed with me, he's adorable when he's angry. I am, Major Addington. Very sorry, sir. There's that little mouth twitch in an attempt to stifle a smile. I know him too well, and as humble as I try to be, Harold Addington III cannot resist me. Oh, are we in... what's his name? James's point of view before he died? Stop that. Yes, stop what? I'm not doing anything. He sighs, loud, pitiful. Okay, so we're like in this third person sort of way. We're not really third person, because third person I'm saying because we actually see James, but at the same time we actually are James because we're narrating through his eyes. Yes, you are. You're looking at me like that. Like you're the love of my life. How many times do I have to remind you that I'm your superior, Hunter Lane? I feigned contemplation, just twisting the knife a little more, making him squirm. Oh, maybe a few more might do the trick. We both laugh when he swats my arm, but Harry is quick to straighten himself up, ever the professional. I have an assignment, something out of town. It might take us a few days, if we're lucky. He looks at the papers that have been deposited on his desk, a pretty sizable pile for a simple missive, but by the look of it. A little getaway, just the two of us? Ah, vacation? Harry rolls his eyes, scoffing. If you can consider hunting a rogue clan of witches romantic. Oh, okay, so then he looks at me, eyes narrowed. You do, don't you? I shrug, stepping forward, pushing the papers from beneath his fingertips. I rest my hand upon his waist, crowding close until he has to sit upon the surface of his desk. Ooh, any time spent alone with you is time that I cherish, my love. Oh, you guys, you're so cute. The flush that sweeps across his cheeks is charming, as always, and when I lean in to brush my lips with my own, gone is the stiff formality of Enforcer General Addington, and in its place is the man that I love. My partner in all things. My soulmate. Oh, we're both in need of some time away from here, don't you think? Even if it does involve us being knee deep in angry witches. But I wouldn't want to spend, my time any other way, Sweet talk me some more, please. I don't know how I ever resisted you. I raise an accusatory brow. You didn't. Yeah, he huffs quietly, but my statement is irrefutable. So smug. Unconsciously, we both cast the door a glance. It's closed, and I lean in to lose myself in his kiss once again. Oh, you guys. Okay, so we get... Oh, yeah, maybe it's because we're seeing this as, as ourselves, like Hunter, like our own Hunter character. I think we're seeing this because of our, connection that our spiritual connection we have with James. So maybe, in our moments of being knocked out, we, managed to somehow get in touch with his, memories. They say that nothing lasts forever, but all that felt like to me was a lie told by people who never truly found love like I did. I knew that Harry was special when I first met him. We found a connection immediately, only to have it torn asunder when he failed the initiation. But even with an ocean between us, and both of us sent on such differing paths, we still found our way back to one another. Aw, 5 years, 10 years, 15, a partnership forged out of love, trust, strength. We were unstoppable. I'd do anything for Harry. But in the end, that's why it all began to go wrong. Oh no. I had suspicions. I think I previously mentioned how I had suspicions where when we found out that James was Harry's partner, I was like, oh, maybe he was also involved with sending him to that mission that actually caused his death kind of thing. You shouldn't leave, not right now. Your people need you. I need you. I have little choice. Such meetings cannot be postponed, but don't pull the I need you card. Yeah. Things are under control now, James. Besides, it's just a few days. I'll be back before you know it. His smile is as bright as it's always been, but it doesn't reach his eyes. They are cold, tired. In a way, I can't help but blame myself for Harry's recent boldness. I've always encouraged him to think outside the box, to stop being so rigid when it comes to following the rules. And now... Please, Harry, this has to stop. What's happening? He averts his gaze, twisting his wedding band, a nervous gesture. I know you think you're doing the right thing, but it's not worth it. None of this is worth it. I step closer, taking both of his hands in my own, tugging at him to look at me. He refuses, eyes still staring longingly out of the window. I love you too much to let this destroy you. Think of everything you've achieved. Would you throw that all away just to make some numbers look good? It's not about numbers, and you know it. It's about saving people's lives. It's about stopping those things from overwhelming us until we're nothing but... He pauses, closes his eyes. Then he carefully pries his hands from mine. It's about doing what I swore to do, fulfilling my duty as protector of this country. Protecting you. I can protect myself. Harry flinches at my words, exhaling sharply. We'll discuss this further upon my return, but I must go. The carriage will be waiting for me. Do not share this, Harry. You're further away from perfecting it than you think, and you know it. At that, he smiles, shaking his head. He steps close to cup his hand to my jaw. You've always underestimated me, my love. Is he talking about his human experimentation thing that he's working on? His little Frankenstein project? He kisses me, and something about the way he does so makes me believe it's for the last time. Yes, it is, 'cause you're right. After Harry's departure, I sat at our kitchen table and wrote him a letter before my nightly patrol. I knew it wouldn't make it to him before his meeting. In fact, I wasn't even going to send it. I just had a feeling. My dearest Harry, as much as I'd love to muse about how I long for you to return to lay with me in our bed, I'm afraid this letter comes with a less light-hearted message. I'm worried. These experiments are troubling me, and I've been unable to sleep soundly since you showed me last week. I fear something terrible will happen that won't be... I fear something terrible will happen that we won't be able to hide, that you won't be able to recover from. Is this really what they cursed all of us with all these years ago? I always knew we were different, that something within us made us stronger, but... Children, Harry. We were children. Think about that before you continue with this. Think about their intentions and why no one has attempted this before. I'll be leaving for a hunt this evening, missing you every step of the way, my power dulled without you standing strong by my side. All I ask of you is that you slow down, perfect things before you dare to implement your plan. I'm not sure how much longer I can sit back and watch, just waiting for it to all go wrong. I love you, and I just want my husband back. We can make it through anything as long as we have each other. Always yours, James. Oh, man. Maybe James got killed by this monster that Harry was working on with his team. Oh my god, that would be fucked up. The graveyard is quiet, peaceful, the air cool, and the sky clear. The crunch of gravel under my boots is strangely comforting, and I feel a sense of calm washing over me as I stop in front of a newly placed headstone. I crouch down, tracing the carved letters with my fingertips. James Addington Lane, brave hunter, loving husband, cherished friend. Oh, now he's Mr. Ghosty. Oh my god. I haven't seen this yet. I stand, vision blurring, a searing yet familiar pain in my temple as I turn to see a tall figure before me, silhouetted by bright moonlight. Are we a ghost? What is this? They would put the hunter part first, wouldn't they? James steps closer, standing by my side and sparing his grave a glance. Oh, okay. So we're back to our point of view. We're back to ourselves as our hunter character, and now we are just now conversing with James as he is a spirit. For the first time, we get to see him in person, sort of. The second you become a hunter, it trumps everything else. You're not even really considered human a human first anymore. Oh man. Am I dead? Am I dead? Am I dead? James, am I dead? Tell me. I'm not dead. There's no way. I look at James studying his features, registering that he's here, flesh and bone, and alive. Or maybe we're in the afterlife. Or... Am I dead? Yes, he shakes his head. No, but you're somewhere in between, just like me. We're in purgatory. Oh my god. Just like you. I look down and press my hand over my ribs, and it comes away crimson. My armor is jagged and torn, my clothes saturated with blood. When I look back at James, his brow is furrowed, and I see a shadow emerging from the blackened tree line behind him. What's that? Who's that? A familiar sight, lumbering, misshapen, not human. It's behind you. Oh, my words are monotone, though I intended for them to be loud, a warning. My throat feels tight, and I am once again stuck where I stand. He shakes his head, ignoring the looming threat, dark eyes focused on me and me alone. It's not real. You killed him, after all. Oh, right, him. You simply did what I couldn't. Yeah, you simply did what I couldn't. What I should have done. I froze, too afraid to hurt someone I knew. As a hunter, you know you cannot hesitate, cannot second guess. If you do, people die. He's right. They teach us to be ruthless in our decision. If it can kill you, you kill it first. It thrilled me. I thought that was how I got you. He shakes his head. I saw. He pauses, mouth agape as if he wants to say it, but something stops him. You saved them, Hannah, though your job isn't done just yet. Yeah, we gotta uncover all this shady business, like how the hell this monster or this experiment came about, you know? We gotta take down, you know, the big head honcho behind this. I stare at him blankly, trying to comprehend where I am, why he's here, just everything. What did they do to us? He simply smiles. It's somber, almost pained. It's easier if I show you. Oh, is it the initiation thing? I stare up at the familiar building before me, a bitter taste blooming upon my tongue. I grew up here, learned how to kill, how to survive. They promised us the world, promised us we'd be heroes. As a naive child, I might have even believed them, and yet, all we are now is pawns. Feels different now, doesn't it? Yeah. I was so excited to be chosen. Most of us are. They make it feel like passing the initiation is some kind of coveted honor. If not an honor, then what? James looks down at his hands, turning his palms skyward. I see scars not unlike the ones that cover my own skin, and he looks up. A curse. Yes. Suddenly the sky turns an inky black. The moon is full, hanging low, and the stars are sparse but bright. With a heavy sigh, James turns to me. Are you ready? Ready for what? Yeah, to finally find out how hunters are made. Oh, it's gonna be something fucked up. I know it. I had the sneaking suspicion that they inject us with, like, you know, vampire blood, or even at this point, I'm going to say as far as, like, you know, werewolf blood or something like that, like lichen blood, something to, like, maybe, like, that's how we get our heightened abilities, right? Like, we're only just humans, but then we are humans but with heightened abilities. But where do those abilities come from, you know? Like, you know? I think back to the comment Finn made the other day, smiling to myself. I heard that we grow on trees. James laughs, the sound pleasantly gruff. If only it were that simple, Hannah. I know. What do you remember of your initiation? I stare at him blankly, my memory's non-existent past, waking up in my bed the next day. Feeling stronger, feeling different, feeling better. Yes, he tilts his head at me, smiling. As I suspected, they're good at making you forget what they need you to do, aren't they? Yeah. You would have been taken into the courtyard at night, right here where we stand. They then would have asked you to take your oath, to pledge yourself to the cause. A witch would have offered you a vial of something which they'd then expect you to ingest. I looked down at my hand, something cold appearing in my palm. A vial, just as James said. The liquid inside is black, viscous, glowing. I remember, I think. They say those that fail experience a great discomfort, vomiting, convulsions, though it's still not known what makes us different to them. I uncork the vial, bringing the mixture to my nose. It smells bitter, like copper. I close my eyes, my heart pounding. Then the words roll off my tongue as if possessed. I swear that no night will be traversed in fear, that morning will be a promise and not a hope. I swear that I shall lay down my life in the cause of my duty, to protect the vulnerable from the creatures of this realm and any beyond it. Until my final breath, I pledge myself to you, body, mind, and soul. Then I remember the way it tasted, the way it made me retch and fall to my knees. I dug my fingers into the dirt until they bled, skin cracked with nails and split. Yeah, skin cracked and nails split. It burned my throat, and my body fought hard to reject it, but I lost. When I opened my eyes, the vial is gone. Not dead, nor not of the living, bind them, and reveal to them the strength of ascension. We summon you to reach your wizened hands to them. Let them be the vessel that will carry us onward. It is written that this power is our right to wield. Give to their body what separates man from the vulnerability of the flesh. Be that which may push the boundaries of our mortal coil. The blood of the vampire, creatures of the night, consumer of life, impart your keen awareness and resilience, but not be shunned by the light or endlessness of life. I knew it! The blood of the Fae, tricksters, incarnate, denizens between realms, impart your cunning and agile grace, but leave your weakness to the elements. Oh my god, it's not even just vampire blood, like pure vampire blood, or just like pure lichen blood, but like it's like a mixture of everything, like every supernatural creature that they can get their hands on. It's like they're trying to like, do this like hybrid sort of blood and just make us ingest it so we can get all the good parts about each of the creatures. Oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus, this is fucked up. But I had a feeling. I kind of called it. So yes, the blood of the demon, purveyors of evil, guardians of the realm, impart your strength but not your anger. The blood of the lichen, predators under the moon, beasts of instinct, impart your primal power but not the madness within. Blood, why does it always have to be blood? My hands shake, my breathing quickening, and James watches me with a concerned gaze as the realization washes over me. I'm just like them, we all are. The things that we were trained to kill are a part of us. They made us monsters. He nods and I gather it's been a burden, knowledge that he's carried for far too long. Fight fire with fire, as they say. A simple human wouldn't stand a chance against the beasts we face. Exactly, yeah. The early hunters were true warriors who fought and died too quickly for us to stand a chance. An order was formed, people who had known of the creature's existence before the day of revelation, people who had befriended them, worshipped them even. They formed the agency, the first enforcers. They studied the way vampires can infect us, the way lichens can curse us. It's simple biology, a touch of magic, and they have a carefully curated weapon on their hands. I do not know how long it took them to perfect it, and I dread to think how many lives were lost. And it was truly only a matter of time until someone took it too far. I just never thought it would happen in the place I called home. Oh, maybe that thing that we killed the monster was the result of a side effect. Like it was a hunter, but when they got initiated to drink this concoction, that's the side effect. Like they got like this whole amalgamation of just stuff that was in there, the DNA basically, and they mutated, and that's what they became. Oh my god. So it wasn't exactly, maybe perhaps either that or still human experimentation, I feel. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I look at him and he waits expectantly, watching me with a furrowed brow. Someone in Lunaris. Slowly, all the pieces begin to fall into place. Yeah, Harry, Fierro, Alcor, Aya, Azazel. Creatures captured needlessly, hunters missing and dying. Oh god. I need to go back. I need to find out who and stop them, to protect. I ball my hands into fists, my heart a hammer in my chest, my head spinning. Something is wrong. James reaches out with wide eyes, but his hand passes through me. Am I coming back? Breathe, Hannah. My vision blurs, and I feel everything around me falling away into darkness. Something is calling out to me, a force pulling, tugging, forceful in its desire to bring me back. James, I gotta go. The land of the living is calling me. He looks defeated, but he stands a little taller, though he still smiles, and my heart aches for him. Our fallen hero, killed simply for being kind. You have so much left to do. It's not your time. Not yet. Yeah. Of all the wrong he's done, he did well in choosing you, Hunter Lee. Yes, you've made me proud. Made all of them proud. It would have been such an honor to fight by your side. James stands stoic, stalwart. I'm still not certain where I am, but regardless, he remains with poise, somewhere in between, still as strong as when he was living. Something tells me he's waiting. For what, I'm not entirely sure, but I hope that whatever it is, he finds it. Finds his peace. Tell Harry that I love him. Still. Then, with a smile, he slowly fades away. When I wake, I find gold and green staring me down, and Ezra's warm hands are upon me an instant, pushing me back against the mattress when I try to sit. On an instant, yeah, that was a typo. Do not move, let me check you over. I do as I'm told, smiling as Finn takes my hand and squeezes tightly. I've never been more grateful to see them. Did you enjoy your nap? I saw lots of things, you guys. I saw the afterlife. I shrug and Ezra tuts at me, his hands glowing a brilliant green as he passes them over my torso. You're fine, as good as new, in fact. They share a fond look before casting their gaze upon me again. Upon me once again. Not everyone gets the best healer in Esquria as their own personal doctor, you know, Hannah. A quiet moment passes between us, and then I crumble. I quickly sit up, despite Ezra's quiet protest, wrapping an arm around each of them, just needing to feel them close. Finn holds us both so tightly that I can barely breathe, but I can't find it in me to mind. It feels too good to know that we're all here. We've been so worried. I curl my fingers in the fabric of Finn's shirt, nuzzling my face against the warm crook of Ezra's neck. They feel so good, solid, alive. They reluctantly pull away, but their hands remain upon me, Ezra tenderly cupping my face, Finn's hand settling upon my waist. Almost as if they can't bear to be away from me, not even an inch. So guys, I got some stuff to tell you. I truly couldn't figure out why you wouldn't wake. I had a hell of a time getting him to rest, you know. Finn's mattress is so soft beneath me, his sheets warm, and I couldn't possibly feel any safer, despite the persistent dread that swirled in the pit of my stomach. I'm sorry I worried you. Yeah, you know it'll take more than a flesh wound to get rid of me, though. Right? Ezra smiles, his thumb brushing over the apples of my cheek. Our brave hunter, or stubborn, I suppose. How long have I been out? 2 days, and Ezra did an excellent job of healing you, even though he near exhausted himself. Oh, my baby. Finn raises an accusatory brow at the witch, but Ezra ignores him. Do you feel okay? As they speak, I reach to press my hand over my ribs to the place where blood had soaked my palms, where that thing had struck me. I feel no pain, not even an ache, and only one thing plagues my mind. Did we really do it? Is it really dead? Finn and Ezra shares a smile, both of them shifting a little closer to me. You did it, and you were incredible. I suspect I'm going to meet some resistance in making them both take some of the credit. Having them at my side undoubtedly made killing that thing possible, right? It was a team effort. Yeah, we did it together. Finn offers me a toothy grin, a playful thing as he forces a heavy dramatic sigh. We merely assisted. You're a force to be reckoned with, Hannah. It didn't stand a fucking chance. You guys. And now the bad guy is gone, so you can finally rest. Bad guy. I think about what James said. You killed him. I have a quiet laugh, and I wonder if I truly have gone mad this time. Conversations with the voice in my head was bad enough, but now he's taking me on a cryptic trip down memory lane too. I don't think that the creature was the bad guy, not even close. Just a pawn. A victim, if you will. Finn narrows his eyes at me, and I wonder if my thoughts are loud enough for him to hear. Ezra takes both my hands in his own, fixing my gaze. I couldn't help but notice you stirring while you slept. I couldn't pull you from your slumber no matter what I tried. Something happened, didn't it? Yeah. I bite my lip, contemplating that. I want to be honest with them, and maybe they can help me make some sense of what I saw. I'm not sure if you'd believe me if I told you. They exchange a gentle look. How about you try us? We've lived in Lunaris long enough to be immune to most weirdness, Hannah. Right. I take a deep breath, Ezra sits down brushing over the back of my hand, soothing me, making me relax. I had a dream, I think. It might have been something more. James was there, really there. We spoke, and he showed me what I think were his memories, some of mine too. Yes. Tell him about the initiation, tell him about Harry and James. The initiation? Hello? Like, that's pretty important, I think. Like, we finally remember what the hell they did to us. Either way, we're gonna, go through the answers, I hope. I saw the academy, my academy. It felt so real, like I was 12 years old again. James took me through the initiation. I'd forgotten everything, almost as if my memory had been wiped. Yes. Finn scoffs, squeezing my hand. I wouldn't be surprised if they did such a thing. Ezra listens intently, and I watch them, gauging their reactions as my next words steal from my mouth. The ritual, they fed us blood. Vampire, demon, lichen, fae, that's what made me what I am. Finn doesn't falter, doesn't flinch. His unnatural stillness doesn't usually bother me, but in this moment I need a reaction from him. Ezra's eyes are sad as he processes the information, and for a moment I feel pitied. But as always, they both surprise me. Nothing could ever make you less human, do you understand? Oh, I laugh, unsurprised that he could be so right, that he could tell exactly what I'm feeling, thinking. We care for you no matter what. Nothing could ever change that. I'm so sorry that they did that to you. Oh, you guys! Oh, best boyfriends in the world. I take a deep breath and they each place a hand upon my knee, grounding me. It will all take some time to process, but as long as I have you both by my side, yeah. Finn frowns, clearly frustrated. They have no right. Right. Tell them about James and Harry and James. I also saw Harry and James together, almost as if James was trying to tell me something by showing me pieces of his memories of them. James wrote Harry a letter that night, the night he died, and they argued prior to that. James kept asking him to think about what he was doing. I got the impression he holds a lot of guilt over what happened, and he told me that he should have killed the creature when he had the chance. Yes. Something made him hesitate. That isn't like James, not in the slightest. Like all hunters, he always knew that hesitation means death. I nod, remembering James's words, his disappointment in himself, yeah. The thing that killed him, or the person that killed him, he knew them. That's why he hesitated, that's why he died. Oh no, poor James, yeah. Finn drags his iron palm over his face, disbelief clouding his features. We sit in silence for a moment, but eventually Finn breaks it with some good news. While you rested, the clan rescued Fiyero. It went well, but we haven't even bothered to come looking for him. But they haven't even bothered to come looking for him. Wow, that's shady. I find it so unusual that they don't seem to care. They lost a supposedly valuable prisoner, and yet they sit and twiddle their thumbs? Exactly. Maybe they already took what they came to take from him, you know? Exactly. They know where he is. They're not complete and utter morons, I think. They could very well be onto us. They could, and after what you've just told me, I can't help but think that that's why they held him. To make more of whatever nasty concoction they fed you, to make more hunters. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was saying. I cannot be certain, but everything James said makes me believe that it runs so much deeper than that. Surely they haven't gathered the blood in such a violent manner all this time. Surely they have deals, something. I feel like it runs so much deeper than that. They both smile at me, a little reassurance amongst all of this uncertainty. Then, a thought. Finn has been around for centuries, since before the Order was even a concept. Do you remember the first hunters, Finn? He averts his gaze, his eyes suddenly sad, and I feel the horrible feeling that I've said something wrong. It's okay, Finnegan. Ezra bites his lip and pointedly takes Finn's hand, holding between both of his own. I do, yes. I was in Aklia on Revelation Day, where it all began. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm not sure if they were true hunters then, or even when the Order was truly formed, but they were just humans. They fought, and most of them died. Maybe that's why they sought to find something to make them stronger, right? Because they wouldn't stand a chance against you otherwise. He smiles sadly, shaking his head. No, they wouldn't. But they put up a bloody good fight. That's why Levi and I came here. Ezra flinches at the mention of Finn's sire's name. What about me? What about me? Could you tell there was something wrong with me? Yeah, quickly Finn dips his head to catch my gaze, his brow deeply furrowed. There is nothing wrong with you. You are still human, every bit of you. Oh, Ezra clears his throat and chimes in, still holding Finn tight. We've always been aware that there's something about hunters that doesn't seem normal. Humans don't have your agility, stamina, and all the other little quirks that make you so special. Even then, we've certainly never thought of them as monsters. There's never even been the slightest inkling that you were all created with the blood of my kind. That should tell you all you need to know about what you are, Hannah. You are no monster. Oh, guys. The way they look at me. I know they speak the truth, that neither of them would never lie to me about such a thing. It doesn't make me feel any better about what I've learned about myself, but it's a start. Then as I look a little closer, I can't help but notice that Finn looks a little different. Not now that my head is clear, I can see the macabre petals of purple that bloom beneath his eyes, something that vampires certainly shouldn't have unless... Then I remember the creature striking him, the glimpse of a claw mark under his shirt. Are you partially human? I reach out and Finn flinches, his palm pressed firmly over his chest, the other curling around my wrist. Oh, I'm fine. He's lying. I looked at Ezra, and he too is staring at Finn, confused, reaching for his shirt. Oh, maybe he hasn't been feeding. That's what the thing. Yeah, never mind. I'm sorry. I jumped to like such a huge conclusion. So yeah, I look at Ezra, and he too is staring at Finn, confused, reaching for his shirt. Reluctantly, he lets Ezra unbutton his shirt, and he peels the dark fabric off his broad shoulders so he can study the obvious wound. You're not healing! What happened? It's shallow, but something has quite clearly stopped it from healing as quickly as it should, if at all. The skin that surrounds it red, angry, and dark fissures are stark against pale white. Wow. Finn again. Ezra's fingertips glow pale, shimmering green, but Finn carefully grabs his wrist, his magic fading upon contact. No, you're still weak. You need rest. I will not have you making yourself sick when someone else might need you far more than me. That thing, it was no normal creature. You could get sick, right? Ezra pries his hand from Finn's grip with a huff, and it's the first time I've truly see him look angry. It's already infected. You're a fool to not tell me. Finn isn't stupid, and I know that he's aware of the implications of leaving such a wound untended, but apparently his stubbornness knows no bounds when it comes to keeping us both safe. I reach out and flatten my palm over the place where his heart should be, and I feel nothing. He smiles sadly and takes my hand, his skin soft against my own, and without hesitation he's lacing our fingers together, squeezing tightly. Oh my god. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. No, Finn! The candles that surround us flicker gently, and I almost forget where we are as I watch the way the light dances across his face, his features sharp, deadly. He catches my gaze, those golden eyes bright and disarming as they meet my own. I've learned many things about vampires in my time as a hunter, but even a fool could deduce what Finn requires. Ezra takes the words right out of my mouth. Then, if you won't let me heal you, you need to feed. It's a statement, not a question, and Finn's expression quickly shifts into something stoic. It was truly only a matter of time before this came up, the reality of dating a vampire, I suppose. Where, I mean, who do you usually feed from? As his eyes widen briefly, his cheeks turning a delightful shade of red, and he's answered my question. Finn huffs a quiet laugh when he sees, turning to address me to save Ezra the obvious embarrassment. I stopped hunting properly when I met Ezra, though I had little choice being bedridden after my little incident. He glances down at his prosthetic, the magic that flows through it, pulsing as he spreads and closes his fingers, turning his palm in what I've come to notice is a habit of his. After he saved me, I could no longer bear the thought of hurting someone like him any longer. He changed my life, saved my life, and continued to assist me in becoming a better man. That included agreeing to allow me to feed on him so that I wouldn't have to seek that elsewhere. Well, hey, you got another party to join here, so, in case you wanna sample, then, I'd be down. I'm down for it. He looks at me expectantly, almost as if he's waiting for me to run away. I look at Ezra, my eyes settling upon two perfect puncture marks upon the column of his throat, tactfully hidden beneath his high collar. So, not just a fashion choice, I assume. Indeed. Witch's blood is potent. It keeps us sustained for a lot longer than any normal human would, which means I don't need to feed that often. But with everything that's been going on recently, you haven't fed in months. Yeah. My dude! You can feed on me! Hello, yes, I offer myself as tribute, okay? I'm here for it, okay? I'm as committed into this relationship as Ezra is, so let me, come get y'all juice. Come get y'all juice. I feel the words rolling off my tongue before I'm even finished my next thought. Tell me what it's like. Yeah. Both Finn and Ezra's eyes widen almost comically, but Finn composes himself far faster. What it feels like? Yeah, I nod. Yes, tell me the details. Tell me the dirty details. Finn swallows thickly, almost as if the action pains him, like thinking about it made him realize just how hungry he is. For both of you. He looks at Ezra, holding his gaze, both of us watching the way his cheeks continue to darken. They both exhale sharply, gaze is fixed and held. The way I feel when I feed on someone I'm close with is euphoric. Euphoria! Yes. Like, in that moment, nobody else exists but them and I. Yeah. You can feel everything they feel, everything they want. As if you become one. He reaches up and carefully cups his hand to Ezra's jaw, the witch practically melting under his touch. Then he turns to me, reaches for me. Yeah, I go willingly, shifting closer, watching his eyes darken. It's the most subtle of shifts, but I see it, for I committed his features to memory long before tonight. Yeah. I want that with you. I want you to feed on me. Yes! Do it! He bites his lip, his fingers twitching against my own as he watches me intently. He's probably waiting for me to falter, to take back my words, but I meant it. You trust me after what you saw in that forest? Hey man, that's already settled. I thought we settled that already. I quickly glance at Ezra and he nods, smiling softly. I do trust him, both of them, implicitly, and it terrifies me. I do, more than anyone. They both smile, and the flash of Finn's razor-sharp fangs that... I'm like screwing up the sentences here. So they both smile, and the flash of Finn's razor-sharp fangs that I'm granted sends a shiver rolling down my spine. The sight of them is strangely thrilling, a confirmation that the fear that's been so ingrained in me is long dead. Ezra doesn't fear him, and he's clearly at ease with Finn feeding on him, so... We unconsciously edge closer to one another, the mattress creaking under the shift of our bodies. Finn reaches out, dragging his fingers down the tense column of my throat, and I tilt my head in an invitation, exposing my neck. Ezra watches, his breathing quickening, eyes hooded. Finn pauses. I need to hear you say it again. Oh, yes! Oh my god! Turn away, children! Turn away, children! It's about to get hot and steamy. I unbutton my shirt, pushing it off my shoulders, burying the expanse of my throat to him, showing him that I mean this. Yeah? Take whatever you need, it's yours. I'm yours. I'm pretty sure is what I mean. He groans quietly, leaning in to catch my lips with his own in the briefest of kisses before he begins his descent, running his nose along the edge of my jaw, breathing me in. I've never felt so exposed, like a frayed nerve, and at the same time, I've never wanted anything more in my life. To be marked, to be his. Ezra moves closer, taking my hand, Finn pressed between us. Ooh, he's in a little sandwich. That's cute. Just breathe. It'll only hurt for a second. Keep your eyes on me. I nod, focusing on vivid emeralds as Finn litters my skin with reverent kisses. He's gentle in his build-up, and then I feel his fangs gently graze the tense column of my throat. His fingers tight where they grip my waist, almost as if he's holding back. Yeah. It's in the moment that I realize just how much I really do want this. My body's singing for him, for both of them. Please. Please! Pretty please. I push my fingers into his hair, the soft ink black strands snarling about my fingertips. Ezra leans in, our noses brushing, lips but a breath apart. Finn growls softly, and then he bites me. Yes, chomp. As he does, Ezra kisses me. The pain from Finn's bite is quick, hot, blinding. The penetration fleetingly resistant as his fangs sink into my flesh with a quiet pop. Oh. that sounds kind of like, But it's okay, whatever. It's fine. The ache fades quickly and my pulse flickers wildly. Yeah, my pulse flickers wildly as he saps the blood from my veins. I've never felt more alive, and it's like I can feel his every thought, his every desire. A perfect lilting chorus of my name singing in his mind. Yes. Hana, Hana, Hana. Yes. I moan, the noise breaking as it crashes against Ezra's lips, and suddenly I can feel Finn everywhere. He pulls away faster than I expected, and strangely I almost miss the pain. He soothes the mark with his tongue, lapping up any stray droplets that coat my overheated skin. Nice. Oh, wow, shit, this is hot. My goodness, you guys, stop. Shit. In broad daylight, when the sun is still out. I sit back and both of their eyes meet mine. The sight of them snatches the breath from my lungs. But Finn's lips parted, fangs bared, painted crimson. I only just woke up, guys. Blood, my blood. Gone is the purple beneath his eyes, and before me sits Finn in all of his perfection, Ezra draped over him, blushing and beautiful. He nods and I know he heard me, my thoughts screaming, unavoidable. I can't believe they're mine. Yes, yours. Oh my god, stop! Then Finn is kissing me, the faintest taste of copper warm upon his tongue as it eagerly glides against my own. You taste like heaven. Ezra gracefully moves until he's sitting behind me, and suddenly I'm surrounded, 2 pairs of hands upon me, touching me. I drag my palms down Finn's bare chest, and I register that his wound is healed, nothing but a memory. Nice! That's good. My senses are thrown into overdrive, everything that little brighter, so vivid. My fingers trace every perfect dip and curve of his muscles, every previously unnoticeable scar, wanting to know the story behind each perfect sliver of imperfect skin, to know who marked him and why. Then Ezra says my name, his lips at my throat, right where Finn marked me, and it feels like the world has stopped turning. Hana, what? Yes, Yes! We should slow down. I want you. Well, I mean... I mean, like, we just went through something. I mean, okay, on one hand, we just went through something really traumatic. Like, we just nearly died, basically. I nearly died, at least. But then, also at the same time, I only just woke up. So, like, I don't know how I'm gonna hold up, but you know what? YOLO. YOLO. Whatever. YOLO. I hope that the way I'm looking at them can convey what I want, what I crave. The way they both press closer to me tells me that I might. Oh my god! In a low, addictive tone, Ezra whispers. Oh my gosh. Sexy time. Tell us what you need. Oh my god. I need you. I need you. God, I can't. Finn carefully pushes me backwards until I'm laying flesh against Ezra's chest. Then, with a quiet growl, he drags his hands over my ribs, stomach, waist, hips. Are we like, is this like, like 50 Shades sort of? Is this? No, not really. I shouldn't do that. 50 Shades is a horrible piece of trash novel and like literature. But like, I'm just saying, is it like, are we going to do this like, what's it called? Like a play-by-play? Or is it just like Fade to Black? I don't know what's gonna happen here. Oh my god. Anyways, there's a warning. I already told you guys that this is gonna get a little bit like R-rated 18 plus. So like, this is it. This is it. If you want to skip on ahead, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I'm not gonna stop you guys. He hooks his thumbs in the waistband of my underwear, and I lift my hips to assist in their removal. We're going! Oh god, we're going. Finally, skin to skin, and Finn kisses me, then Ezra as they find one another lips over my shoulder. Oh my god. Their hands rove endlessly over my body, over each other, both of them so talented and attentive in their ministrations. Finn's next words are a whisper, his eyes bright and earnest as he sits back to look at us. You're both so beautiful. Hush. Stop. I carefully study him for a quiet moment, chest heaving, Ezra's breath warm against my skin. When I look at them, I see two people that I trust, two people who, no matter what, I know will be there for me. Without fail, without question. I mean, they already proved it, ride or die, when they were like fighting that monster with, that monster with us. So, life is so uncertain, and yet in Finn and Ezra, I found something solid, something so real that it scares me. Okay. In this moment, I finally realized that I'm in love with them. I love you both so much. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Finn. It's like we're on a whole new different level of like telepathy here. I missed you, Finn, and I love you, both of you. Oh my gosh. I exhale sharply when Finn moves in to rest his forehead against mine, and Ezra holds me a little tighter, one of his hands reaching out, thumb grazing Finn's lips. I allow myself to bask in their presence, just drowning in the feel of them. I love you too. Man, I'm living my best life here. I am so living my best life here. A quiet moment passes between us, and then Ezra kisses Finn again, softer this time, but quickly it transforms into something hungry, urgent. Something passes between him and Ezra when their eyes lock. Ezra moves beside him, both of them in front of me, the sight overwhelming. I bet. We want to make you feel good. Oh no, yes. Yes! Oh my god. Ah! I'm blushing. Finn smiles, his fangs sharp, his eyes bright. Ezra raises his hand, clicks his fingers, and the candles that light the room flicker and fade out, leaving us in darkness. Ooh, then them and me, our bodies joined as one, both of their names falling from my lips like a prayer until they're the only words I think I'll ever need. Okay, fate. Oh wow! End of chapter 7. Wow! Oh my god! Wow! Wow. Okay, so it was a fade to black. We got a little bit of steam going on, but like nothing too explicit. But like, anyways, there. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, you guys. I just need to sit down. Well, I'm already sitting, but maybe I just need to lie down. Yeah, I need to take it a step further and just lie down. Oh my god. So, I guess it's only fair because in the previous chapter we got all this action going on. And again, I can't emphasize enough that we almost nearly died. So I guess this is like to make up for it, to have a little bit of a moment with these two men here. Anyways, there you go, you guys. Chapter 7. What a steamy one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyways, yes, we are done for chapter 7. It was a lot shorter than the previous chapters that we experienced so far, is what I noticed. But either way, regardless, I feel like, again, it's like another lull before like the second act, I feel, in which, you know, we still got problems on our hand. We still got some shady business going on where, you know, whoever, there's the, you know, this organization, this, like, you know, the enforcers, even though they mean well into protecting the people and the citizens, it's just that they're going about it in a really shady way where it's like, this is kind of wrong. They're like kidnapping people, they're kidnapping creatures, they're doing human experimentations. This is all just really fucked up. But we're probably going to explore more of that in the next following chapters. So we're gonna leave it here on a really good note. So thank you guys so much for joining me in on this game, and I will see you next time for the next update for chapter 8 of When the Night Comes. But for now, bye!